Hello guys, today I'm going to be listening to Bewitched by Laufey. I was looking up her name earlier to figure out how to pronounce it, and I deadass have no idea how to pronounce that shit. It was like Lauve. I'm gonna just say like Laufey or Laufey, something like that. But anyway, I'm gonna be listening to her new album today, which I'm very, very excited for. I haven't listened to any of her previous albums, but I have heard a lot of her music, and I really, really love what I've heard. The like jazz mixed with pop kind of vibe that almost gives me like old like theater kind of vibes. I don't even fully know how to explain or how I would categorize her music. I just love it so much. Like it's so good. And from what I've seen, this album has like really, really good reviews so far. So I'm really excited to get into it and kind of hear how it sounds. Um, with that being said, I know I've been gone for a long time. I dropped my O-Rod reaction this week. I finally got the Utopia and Loveliest Time reactions out, which by the time I'm filming this and the O-Rod reaction was like a month or so ago. It was fucking forever ago. So my bad for the break. I think I said this in the last video, but I will be getting to all the requests I've missed. I'll be getting to all the albums I've missed this year, and I am going to be starting to react consistently a couple every week. I have the Slow Dive album coming out soon. I have, the Drake album when it drops, Killer Mike, King Gizzard, Porter Robinson, a SZA album, either Control or SOS, I'm not sure yet. Um, and then the Tech album when it drops, Troye Sivan album when it drops, just a bunch of stuff I'm really excited for. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into this album, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so the first song is Dreamer.
Let me be a dreamer, let me float. I can see the whole world from my own little cloud up by the Milky Way.
The jazz already.
I'll stay here forever and a day.
I know I'm gonna love this.
You can't pin me down. I fear all solid ground. I'd rather be alone at tea. Love when nobody's making me. Oh, I'm giving up, I'm throwing in my hat. I can't take another lifeless little chat. I'm moving up into a cloud, into my fantasy. And no boy's gonna be so smart as to try and pierce my porcelain heart. No boy's gonna kill the dreamer in me.
Oh my god. This music just always reminds me of just Christmas time. And I love like Christmas music with the jazz and like, this type of rhythm with the jazz melodies.
Right down the rabbit hole. Legends say I fell so fast I lost my soul. Up into a cloud, into my fantasy. And no boy's gonna be so smart as to try and
I love this so much so far.
And no boy's gonna kill the dreamer.
If only it was winter and there was snow outside and everything, this would be perfect.
No boy's gonna be so smart as to try and pierce my porcelain heart. No boy's gonna kill the dreamer in me.
Oh my god. I can't believe this came out in 2023. This is so good. Okay, that was Dreamer, and wow, what a great opening track. I don't know. I love that from start to finish. The jazz melodies, the old-timey rhythm, and just production overall. I think for me, the only thing that could have made this better is maybe a more like reverb, big atmosphere, just to really feel like, I don't know, almost cozy and like warm. It feels a little too dry for my taste. And I don't know, I'm already going into this with a bias. I absolutely love this type of music. I've just grown up loving jazz in general, especially with the theatrical kind of like vocals and inflection in her voice. I definitely have a strong bias towards this type of music. So if I'm like loving it the whole time, I apologize. I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible, but it's just so good. Like no one else is making music like this right now. It's just really like I'm like 18 and this brings me like to a time that I didn't even know I could be brought to. You know what I mean? I don't know. I loved it. Great first track. And the songwriting is really excellent. The melodies, everything. It's not like it's not even just a nostalgia or bias thing because the songwriting and melodies are genuinely like really great and it's not just a cheap remake or cover of old songs like that from like the 50s or 60s. Okay, the next track is Second Best.
That you walked a little faster,
I really like this guitar. It already brings a different vibe and energy from the first track while still remaining in the same kind of genre.
I loved you so much that I settled for less. So you were my everything. I was your second best.
These lyrics are really good. This is what I mean. It's just so good, bro. Like,
lying awake, I'd watch as you dream at night. Nightingale singing half-hearted lullabies with you. You've given me nothing to miss. Honestly, life has been much better since I spoke
the
to
violins,
you.
the strings.
Why am I
It feels so grand.
if I stand a chance? Oh, if you'd have me back. Everyone warned me.
Back to the
you were
guitar.
a bad idea, but I'm still a little in love with this mess. Oh, you were
Chills.
my everything. I'm just your second best.
This is gonna be on rotation the whole like rest of this year at least. Another absolutely great song. I like that she's able to really differentiate the songs, even though I feel like this genre can all kind of blend together. But I like that she's able to differentiate it with the subject matter and then also some different instrumentation. And oh my god, like the strings and all the instrumentation in this track was beautiful. It sounded amazing. Another one I really love. Once winter comes, this shit is gonna be on repeat over and over again. One thing I can say, which isn't to like say these tracks aren't great, because I really do love both of them, but this just gets me excited and interested. The way she's able to so like perfectly replicate this genre and time of music really like makes me curious and interested into like where this genre could go. Like bringing this back and making it at such a high level, I want to see her bring it in other directions, maybe add some other flavors, try some other things, and really make it into something new, which I think could be really cool. Okay, the third track is called Haunted. The bossa nova guitars. Oh my god, again, these strings.
One more kiss, wine-stained lips. I don't want to go to sleep yet. I hold on to every ounce of sin. I know he don't love me quite like I love him. I swear to myself as he leaves at dawn.
Oh my god, chills, bro.
Till he haunts
I feel like I'm
me
so in a trance and engaged in the music that I'm just not saying anything. I'm just so like focused.
Rose perfume, low lit room. I'll pretend you'll stay forever.
The little accent guitars and strings really add so much.
Lay me down, ghostly sounds haunt the hallways as he wraps me around.
Okay, well, that was Haunted. Another really great one. Sorry if I sound like a broken record, but like I have genuinely loved every song. I think so far it's cool to see that each song kind of uses something different. So the first track was mainly based around piano and keys with additional strings and stuff. The second track was based around one main guitar line where additional strings were added. And then this was more of the bossa nova guitar or ukulele or something like that, just the like bossa nova sounding string. And I like how she's able to use those different elements but really still maintain the same overall vibe and genre, because the rhythm with the drums really maintains the same throughout all the songs, and the melodies are just great. I also really love the songwriting. That's going into this album. I knew I was going to love how it sounded just because of the jazz elements and the kind of nostalgic throwback feel, but I didn't come into it expecting to like really love the songwriting. And this song and the last one really stand out to me. The last one more so about like the message and what the song was about, I really liked. And in this one, the kind of metaphors and themes and the way the story is told is very intriguing and interesting, of basically the way I interpret it as this guy that she's with or is in love with that clearly does not feel the same about her, but keeps coming back for, to get what he wants out of the relationship. And the way she describes it as a ghost that will come back to haunt her again, and the way that she sings it and portrays it is just so nice. Another like beautiful song. Okay, the next song is Must Be Love. And let me just say before we get into this, I think this is my 6th or 7th album reaction at the time I'm filming this. And I can already tell we're only 4 tracks in, but this is going to be by far my favorite album I've listened to so far and my most like enjoyable listening experience. Throughout every song, I've been completely engaged and intrigued the whole time. Like it's never lost my interest or lost my focus. So there's something to be said about that.
Time's moving so much slower lately. It's like the world's playing a joke.
My only complaint so far is really how dry the vocals are made, which for the most part I like and I do think works, but it can just get like, I wish it would get bigger and more atmospheric, if that makes sense.
I'm all in, I'm falling, can't get back up, can't think right, too tongue-tied, come kiss me, convince me, this must be, it must be love, must be love.
Okay, another really enjoyable track. I'd say this is my least favorite just because it felt like lyrically I didn't find it as interesting as the last two, which is fine. I still love the way it sounded. But after listening to this song, the verse, chorus kind of like formula and structure kind of got a little bit boring and tiring to me. And I hope we can get some switch up or at least other interesting sounds to make up for it. So I think overall, this one is definitely my least favorite, just because I feel like all the issues I kind of have stood out in this song more so than the others. and it just, I don't know, didn't intrigue me as much. The like chorus wasn't as catchy, the melodies weren't as like ear grabbing, and there's just nothing that special compared to the others. But it's still a solid track, like a 7 or above probably. Okay, the next song is While You Were Sleeping.
Primrose at 3, you had all of me without saying a word. I don't recognize myself. I'm dancing down streets, smiling to strangers, idiotic things. I trace it all back, 3:30 a.m. That night something turned in my heart. While you were sleeping, I fell in love.
Okay, another really great one. I feel like there's not much for me to say that I haven't said about the other ones. Her vocals sounded really good. The chorus was really sweet and the lyrics were really nice. The next song is Lovesick.
When the gold rays fell on your skin and my hair got caught in the wind, the choir sang a melancholy hymn.
Her voice sounds a lot more projected in this song compared to the other ones. Like she's really like, you really feel what she's saying.
God, I'm so lovesick. What have you done to me?
Arpeggiated keys. This one's really, really great. Up there with the first 3. The songwriting on this whole thing is like very, very impressive. And this one's definitely a lot heavier than the other ones, with the pounding guitars and the harder drums. A nice little deviation while still keeping the jazz like kind of beauty and elegance. This one also has a really like cinematic feel, a big atmosphere, which is kind of what I've been wanting a little bit of. I can already tell this is going to be another one of my favorites. Has that very theatrical, whimsical feel that I really like, with all the normal jazz, pianos, and elements.
You don't have to hide it, I know why you went. Said you needed space, I know better than that. Just let you leave.
You can definitely tell this is the one featuring the symphony. It's so amazing.
To consider you didn't love me. The mountains of valley will weep through the night. Driving down sunset's a terrible sight. you holding her in your arms.
Why am I actually like emotional? Like I feel like tearing up. It's so
I
good.
thought that you were the one, the first sign of trouble, and I bite my tongue.
That part is so good, so
Left me
beautiful.
and the ocean for your flame, holding back my tears. I couldn't make you stay.
Chills again, man.
Can't quit this, so damn wicked to leave California and me.
Songs like this just give me like old Disney animations, Christmas time, like, oh, I just love it so much. That was definitely another one of my favorites. So beautiful. You could tell the symphony was on that one. So grand with all the strings and everything. I don't know. Great songwriting as always, great vocals. It's just like amazing. There's like, I feel like I'm a broken record, but it really just, it's like the thing about this album is it's very one note in a lot of ways because it's remaining the same sound all the way through, kind of doing the same thing, but it's just so well done that it doesn't even hurt the project, if that makes sense. Like I feel like doing something different or out of the box or kind of deviating too much would actually hurt the project more than like keeping this sound going while doing it at such a high level. So yeah, another great one. Loving the album so far. Okay, next we have Nocturne Interlude, which seems to just be an instrumental, no lyrics. So let's see how this one sounds. This takes me back to piano recital days. This is so good. As someone that played piano for like 10 years or like 12 since they were 6 years old, I've like, I don't know, this just like brings back a lot of memories and has like a special place. I just love listening to piano instrumentals. That like key change. I think it was a key change. It was really cool. I assume this is her playing this, by the way, which she's very good. Okay. A nice one. I really enjoyed that as an interlude, just a great like solo piano, like a solo piano instrumental. Okay, next is Promise, which seems to be a single, but I have not heard it, so let's go.
I made a promise to distance myself. Took a flight through aurora skies. Honestly, I didn't think about how we didn't say goodbye. Just see you very soon. It hurts to be something, it's worse to be nothing with you.
I don't know why that lyric, like, really, like, I felt that. I feel like that was that's like such a basic thing that I feel like I just haven't heard said before that like really works as like a one-liner. Something about this type of music too, especially when she does it, just feels so authentic and like real. Like it doesn't feel like this feels like this is truly what she loves doing and who she is, which like makes it feel even more real, if that makes sense.
It hurts to be something, it's worse to be nothing with you. I've done the math, there's no solution, we'll never last. Why can't I let go of it?
I don't know, this one's really getting to me. This might be like top 2 or 3. I have chills again. And the lyrics are just so good, bro. Like I find some like heartbreak or like love songs very cringe or like, okay, we've heard this before. But this shit, the way she writes it, just hits me. This is album of the year contender for me.
It hurts to be
I think this is top 3, maybe, depending on how it finishes out. Man, just another great one. Like, I don't even know what to say. This is like top 3, one of my favorites. Again, just a great song overall. I don't know. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next one. I think the next one is a single, which I have heard but never really like sat down and listened to, if that makes sense.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one
I've heard this, because this is the very bossa nova sounding one.
Me and you and awkward silence, don't you dare.
Which I also really love bossa nova.
Way.
Some of it.
I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. That when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start.
I'm not gonna lie, I do think this song's really good and I like it, but it surprises me how much people love this one, because I feel like this is not even close to the best song on the album. And I also feel like if it comes down to like upbeatness and catchiness, this isn't even like the most catchy or earwormy, in my opinion at least, but it's still really good. Love these pianos. I'm a sucker for just some good pianos, good jazz.
Look at me. I'm as hopeless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. See that you're leading me on, and it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly
this is so good.
That's why I'm following you.
Her vocals and the notes, oh my god.
Following you.
That vocal run right there reminded me of Caroline Polachek a little bit.
On my own.
Another really solid one. I don't know. That's definitely not one of my favorites. Probably lower half of the album, but still really solid and had all the elements I really enjoy from the rest of the songs. There's nothing outwardly bad about this. I just felt like the lack of a chorus and kind of rising action is what kind of held it back a little bit for me personally. Okay, the next song we have is Serendipity. More pianos.
I won't pretend I've been dead.
Is this gonna be another one of my favorites?
I won't pretend I've been blue. It happened so quickly, 1 second it hit me. I've fallen quite hard over you. 4-leaf clovers and lucky dimes, coincidences and cosmic signs have proved that I am quite naive. I'm falling fast, failing gravity. I swear that this time it's serendipity.
Okay, that was Serendipity. Another really solid song. Love the pianos, all the instrumentation throughout the whole thing. I think we're getting to the point of the album where, last few tracks, there is really nothing more I can say about this one. I definitely think this album benefits from being 10 to 13 tracks, and I even think maybe one or two could have been cut and it would have been a better, more quick listen, because I do feel like at this point, more slow songs like this that we've already gone earlier do get a little bit tiring, but overall, I still really enjoyed it and felt like it was good enough that I can sit through it and enjoy what I'm getting out of it. Okay, the next song is Letter to My 13-Year-Old Self. Already like these guitars a lot.
I'm so sorry that they pick you last. Try to say you're for and they meant laugh. I know that you feel loud, so different from the crowd of big blue eyes and long blonde hair and boys that stare. But baby, know that you'll grow up and grow so tough and charming. Write your story, fall in love a little too. The things you thought you'd never do. I wish I could go back and give her a squeeze, myself at 13, and just let her know that she's beautiful.
Okay, I'm getting like my eyes are like watering a little bit.
I wish I could go back and give her a squeeze, myself at 13, and just let her know that she's beautiful.
That melody is so pretty, bro. Another amazing track, definitely one of the best, just so good. I don't know, sonically, it was great like the others. It didn't stand out that much, but lyrically, this song was so, I don't know, a lot of songs like this exist. I feel like a lot of people have a song like this in their catalog talking to kind of their younger self, but I don't know, these type of lyrics with this type of songwriting with this type of atmosphere and sound that just meshed together just hits me differently, and I don't know, this song was just so good, so beautiful. Okay, moving on to the final song and the title track, Bewitched. Whimsical. This is what I'm talking about. This is like a Disney movie, bro. Like movie soundtrack, cinematic, theatrical, like whimsical, like.
You bewitched me from the first time that you kissed me. Waited all night, then we ran down the street in the late London light. The world froze around us, you kissed me goodnight. You bewitched me. Every damn second you're with me. I try to think
These
straight,
strings are
but
crazy.
I'm falling so badly, I'm coming apart. You wrote me a note, cast a spell on my heart, and bewitched me.
The strings on this album have been great in general, but those are some of the best. Like, just most. Like, I felt that shit, bro.
You bewitch me. Every damn second you're with
Chills.
me.
Again.
I try to think straight,
Who would've
but
thought?
I'm falling so badly, I'm coming apart. You wrote me a note, cast a spell on my heart, and bewitched me.
Oh my god.
Bewitched. You bewitched.
Oh my god.
Me.
Oh man. This album's so fucking good. Holy. I don't. I'm at like a loss for words right now. Like, am I having a heart attack? My chest like dead ass hurts. What the fuck is going on? I need medical assistance, bro. That song was amazing. Great closer, great songwriting, great lyrics, great vocals, all the shit I've been saying. Those strings are fucking crazy. Those Disney ass bells and chimes or whatever. Like, that was top tier, one of the best. Needed a fucking quick breather, but I'm good. For final thoughts on that album, that shit was amazing. I think top three, top five this year so far. One of my favorites. Um, I think I mean, I love jazz music so much, and I feel like this did it so perfectly with bringing in the old 40s, 50s. I don't even know the time period, but that old, like, I don't know, just, I don't, I, I'm sorry, I sound stupid as shit right now, but that shit was so good. I feel like the production on all the tracks was great. Her vocals were great. The songwriting really impressed me as well. I'm in love with this type of music, this sound. Um, I feel like none of the songs really overstayed their welcome, except for maybe one or two that dragged on or felt kind of redundant, and maybe one or two that didn't necessarily need to be on here because the lyrics weren't really doing anything different, and sonically it wasn't doing anything different. But I'd say 90% of the time, even the songs that did sound similar, and even though this album is very much in its own world and its own sound, it does it so well. It really feels like its own experience, and every track brings something slightly new, whether it's a cool thing in the instrumental or something very cool lyrically or really great songwriting. And I think for the most part, it was just amazing all the way through. I think off first listen, just to make sure, okay, I'm saying this just to make sure I don't wake up this morning or edit this or wake up tomorrow or edit this and regret what I said. But I'm feeling an 8.5 to 9 right now could go up or down. I was gonna say 9, 9.5, but I know tomorrow I'm gonna re-listen and probably not feel that way. So right now, 8.5, 9-ish, that range. Really great. One of my favorites so far this year. Um, and I don't know, I'm just really happy I was able to listen to this and got to this because this was so off my radar and so unexpected. And it's just crazy to me that an album that sounds like this came out in 2023, and this is something I'm listening to on the channel for the first time. And it's just crazy. But, you know, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the album. If there's anything you want to discuss about the album, feel free to comment literally whatever you want. I'll talk to you, I'll respond. Give me other albums you want to listen to. I promise all the requests are coming up soon. I'm getting back on this shit, I'm doing it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Album of the Year, which I'll put on screen, which is where all my final album ratings and album reviews are. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.